Hello, this is Leslie Fiorenzo. Have you ever looked at another person, maybe somebody on your team, your coworker, your partner, any other adult you have a relationship with, and think, wow, I wish they would stop doing that or stop saying that or stop complaining about that? And then you blurt out something like, what the heck's the matter with you anyway? Why don't you? And then you give them some advice based on your experience and your perspective. Remember in last week's video how I shared what Stephen Covey wrote in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? That advice giving is a natural response and it's based on our personal history. But guess what? That person probably won't take your advice. They might not even want your advice. What they will do or what they might take is offense, and that isn't helpful either. The truth is, you cannot change someone else. You can't convince them that you're right and they're wrong, that your way is the better way, unless you have some power or authority over there, like if you're their supervisor and you need to direct that person, maybe they're late. Like if you're late one more time, you could lose your job. But making someone change their mind or their behavior without authority like that is impossible. They need to want to change. So what do you do? Well, first, let go of the frustration you are experiencing. Holding on to it, playing it over and over in your head, only causes you more angst. So use this visualization technique that I think is fairly helpful. Think about all the words that you use to describe the situation. Maybe they're words like frustrated or annoyed or angry or upset or ticked off or furious or whatever. Think about all those words. You might even go so far as to write them down. Now visualize all those words going into a trash bag. Just you're chucking them in there one by one by one by one. And you've got this bag full of words. Now you tie a knot on the end of that trash bag and you throw it away. You just take it out to the dumpster and you throw it away and you get rid of it. You're literally getting that out of your head. Now, when it happens again, when you get frustrated again or that person does that behavior that annoys you and you want to change them, you just remind yourself, hey, you know what? I've already taken out the trash. I don't need to deal with this anymore. Nothing that I'm going to do is going to change them, but I can control myself. I can control how I want to respond, how I want to view the situation. And I've already gotten rid of that, right? So I mentioned you could write down those negative words on a piece of paper. You could tear that piece of paper up and throw it away. Either way, you've gotten it out of your system and you've stopped focusing on the past. You're staying in the present, in the here and now. In his book, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle reminds us, realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. Make the now the primary focus on your life. And I've kind of had to learn this the hard way myself, bringing myself back to the present moment, staying in the here and now is really the only power we have. So as I wrap up this conversation about how you change someone, remember these words from Marilyn Ferguson. No one can persuade another to change. Each of us guards the gate of change that can only be opened from the inside. We cannot open the gate of another either by argument or emotional appeal. So let me just answer the question. How do you change someone else? You don't. The only power we have is to change ourselves And that, my friends, is the subject of another video. So I would love to hear your feedback. Have you used this technique? Will you use it? What do you think? Put your comments in the chat box below this video. And again, if you feel this is valuable, please share it with someone else and subscribe to my channel so you can continue to get information from me. So more next week. In the meantime, enjoy the day.